Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video and sort of a different setup right here. Um, but hopefully this will give them a little. It's only a temporary thing. Um, but I wanted to make some. I wanted to make some videos because, in the meantime, because been a lot of stuff going on, and I've kind of missed the boat on a lot of it. So there will be a couple things I'll try to put out in my free time, of course. During my work schedule and stuff, and hopefully we'll have some more gameplay, and I'll tend to test the waters on that stuff. But nonetheless, so I wanted to talk about this whole Flash Ezra Miller situation that there's been a lot of stuff been going on. Everyone knows my opinion on the whole situation. I've made a couple of videos on it already. And really, my opinion really hasn't changed. Though I am getting a really, really upset after the news that came out at the time of this video when it gets uploaded yesterday. So I want to talk about it. So yesterday's news really disturbed me and really pissed me off, sort of, to a certain extent. So as we all know, Ezra Miller, who is the star character of the upcoming Flash movie, has gotten in some deep trouble. He's been on the run. He has alleged things that involve, grooming. He now, as of a couple of days ago, was charged with a felony for allegedly robbing someone's house for beer, I guess, which to me is kind of insane, especially since he's an adult, and I'm sure he has enough money to pay for beer or alcohol beverages with the salary he has. But nonetheless, he did this for some reason. Now, supposedly, these charges were filed as far back as May 1st, but we're not finding out about it until now, which I guess sort of makes sense since he's been on the run. He's literally been in another universe, apparently, as he words it. But nonetheless, I mean, obviously the guy has a lot of issues, but and I know a lot of people are trying to spread this whole narrative about second chances and all this stuff, but personally, when it involves other people that are not in the right age, I don't think he should get a second chance. But that's just me. Now, Warner Brothers today, or yesterday, released a list, basically, of options for Ezra Miller, or 3 options, basically, in terms of the film. And, because according to test screens, the film was actually testing pretty good, and that's why they didn't want to outright cancel it like the Batgirl movie, which the Batgirl movie didn't have a bad Apple actor, per se, but the film just overall, I guess, sucked according to them, at least from their opinion. I don't know if it truly sucked or not. I was not really interested in watching it, to be quite frank, but again, that really wasn't the concern to Warner Brothers Discovery. They were more concerned about the fact that the film just wasn't good, and that's why they decided to cancel it. With Discovery now involved, they are going to go into a different direction. I'm not going to fully get into that stuff because I do have a planned long time video with Saber King, where we'll cover more of the Warner Brothers stuff, possibly some Cartoon Network stuff as well. So whenever we get that going, it's gonna be a long, long discussion video. I'll tell you that much because there's a lot of stuff I gotta say about that. But nonetheless, again, we'll get more into that when that's. This is solely about the Flash, so we're gonna kind of focus on this for this. So, Warner Brothers again gave three options, and it kind of really. I'm not happy about it. I'm gonna be completely honest with everybody right now. I do not like one bit any of these reported decisions that were made here. So the first option was that Ezra Miller would do basically, do a press conference talking about, all the issues he had, and basically he would do a press release, I guess, and do a couple promotional work after that, and then they would release the film as is with him in it. And I was just enraged when I heard that this was even on the table. I don't care that his mother is taking him in. The dude is a grown-ass man. He's a grown-ass person. Excuse me. But he's a grown-ass person. And, so because he's a grown person and he's an adult, him being with his mother does not really give me any satisfaction about a 200 budget movie. Maybe he should have seen his mother much sooner before he was doing all this other dumb shit that he's been doing. But nonetheless, him doing an interview addressing the allegations and seeing like their misunderstanding or whatever, or his side of the story or whatever, to me is only going to do more damage to him and his reputation. You know that whole saying, you have the right to remain silent when you're arrested or charged with something? To me, I think this would be a good idea to remain silent, especially if you have pending litigation, because we know he's being charged for the burglary thing, but personally, I think he's going to be soon charged with the kidnapping stuff as well. Either he has already and it's just not public, or it's going to come out, because we know that allegation is out there as well. And they've had problems serving him formally, and so to me, that's going to be something that will be circulating sooner rather than later. So that's something that's going to be focusing sooner rather than later, and that's something that that's going to be surfacing sooner rather than later. And if he addressed stuff and he gives answers that really contradict stuff, especially if the police and the investigators are investigating the stuff that he's doing, and have been investigating, he says something that is totally not true, it could be used against him in a court of law, if he gets charged with stuff, or if he gets charged with more stuff. So to me, him doing an interview or whatever they want him to do is not a good idea for him. Especially if he's getting charged or if he's being sued for civil stuff. There's a lot of things that could happen to him in that sense. So the fact that this is even an option to me is laughable, because how can you even justify keeping him? You know what I mean? How could you even justify keeping him at this point on the film? So option 2 is kind of what a lot of people think is going to happen, and that is they just release the film as is, but they have him do no press tour, they have him do no interview, they have him stay quiet, they don't invite him to the premiere, and basically they release the film as is, and they never work with Ezra Miller again. That's basically what the second option supposedly is. Third option is downright axing the film and not releasing it at all. And I really think the film at this point shouldn't be released. I know a lot of people are using the argument that, well, he was the only bad apple in this. All these other people did such great work. Michael Keaton came back. He did great work as Batman, and yada, 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 all these other people behind the scenes and whatnot. And I get that argument, and I understand why people would say that. But at the same time, this guy is the titled character. If this guy was more of a side character or something like that, not that significant, I could understand it. But it's kind of hard to justify putting on a film where you have somebody that has these serious allegations against him, and he gets to be on a $200 million film. It rubs people off the wrong way. And, it's going to hurt the film, because if people don't go to see it and they lose money off of it, then it's going to hurt you and your brand, especially since this is a new regime. Obviously, Discovery, this was not their decision. They didn't hire Ezra Miller. They didn't make the film. They're basically taking over from the past regime. Okay, so this isn't their fault. But the film's already done, and they already have money invested in this. To me, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I can't believe this is not an option on here. Okay? Because there should be a fourth option. And I've been saying it, and I know a bunch of other people have been saying it already. The fourth option is you change the promotion of this film. You call it Batman the Flashpoint. You change the name of the title. You put the focus on Batman. You put the focus on the return of Michael Keaton as Batman. The legendary live-action Batman. The original live-action movie Batman. Live-action movie or whatever. Obviously, rest in peace, Adam West. He was the original television live-action Batman. But the original live-action cinema movie, Batman, Michael Keaton. You put the promotion on Michael Keaton. You have him do all the press work. Obviously, Michael Keaton will handle it. He knows what he's doing. He's a professional. He knows how to do this. You change the promotion. You put it around him. You change it, and it kind of makes it sound weird because it's like a Flash movie. But that's what you got to do when he's a title character. You got to put it on him. On the poster, you have Michael Keaton there. Put Return of Michael Keaton as Batman. You put that in there. You have the Flash logo in the middle in the poster. That's what you do. You turn this negative into a positive. You have Michael Keaton there. This is probably going to be the last time we're going to get Michael Keaton as Batman again, because once again, plans get changed again for Michael Keaton. As we all know, Michael Keaton was supposed to be in the third Batman movie, and that got nixed because the director left. And so he didn't want to be there. So things changed. And now it seems like, because originally, to my understanding, Michael Keaton was going to make multiple appearances as Batman after this movie. He was supposed to be in the canceled Batgirl movie. He was supposed to supposedly be in Aquaman 2. I think they are now changing that because of it. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that are being changed now. So, this is probably going to be the last film that Keaton is in as Batman again. Which sucks, because this is the return of him. It's the return, and now it's not the return anymore. So, that's another reason why I think, even more reason, especially with this whole negativity, you make it about Michael Keaton. And I know this is a broken record. I know people are going to say that, oh, you're just doing that because you're a Batman fan. I'm not the only person who's saying this. I'm not the only person who has made videos talking about they need to change the promotion around and make it around Batman. I'm not the only person who's saying this. Yes, I'm a huge Batman fan. He's my second favorite superhero behind Goku. I love Batman. Okay? Favorite DC character. But, I'm not the only person who's saying this. Everyone's saying this on YouTube. I've seen so many YouTube videos saying the same thing I'm saying right now. And I had said it before a lot of these people started saying it. I have the videos up from a while back, saying that they needed to change the movie to Batman the Flashpoint. Okay? And this is what they should have done to begin with. They should have already been doing this. But, for whatever reason, they decided not to, because Warner Brothers is Warner Brothers, and, they made a lot of dumb decisions. They're still making dumb decisions, unfortunately. Tiny Toons. They, they need to really get in charge on this. They really need to get, Michael Keaton to come in for, supposedly there was reshoots with Ezra Miller too. Just this, during the summer. I don't know how the hell they were able to do that with all the legal troubles that he was getting. But if there were reshoots, like, you bet your ass that they brought in, they had to have brought in Michael Keaton. They can't be this. They can't be this stupid. Michael Keaton had to have been there for those reshoots, and they had to have done some new shots with Keaton. They had to have. There's just no way they didn't. And again, I said this before, and I'll say it again. Whatever it costs to bring in Keaton to do more reshoots, to just make the film better, make it more about Michael Keaton and the Batman character that he portrayed years ago coming back. Do it, because that's the only way you can salvage this film. I still, to this day, I mean, and here's another thing, and I keep bringing this up. I've pointed this out. Nobody has given me an answer to this. Nobody's given me an answer to this, because I've been saying this, and I pointed this out, because I've noticed a bunch of CGI doing this in films. Why don't they just CGI Ezra Miller's face out with another actors? If you don't want to reshoot the film, right? If you don't want to reshoot the film, why can't they just edit his face out with another actor? They did it with John Connor in Terminator Dark Fate, that stupid Terminator Dark Fate film, right? They literally took Eddie Furlong's likeness face, they put it on a kid actor, and they CGI'd his face out for Eddie Furlong's face. So the kid looked like John Connor from T2. They did that. literally, in Star Wars, the third Disney movie, they had Princess Leia in the movie, despite the fact that the actor had passed away. The actor had passed away, and yet they still were able to put her in there. Okay, so so when people tell me that there's no way they can, take out Ezra Miller, yes they can. All they have to do is edit out his face, and they put another actor in there. They put another actor's likeness over him, which they can do, because I mean it's their movie. All they have to do is find an actor that's willing to sell off their likeness for this movie, and boom, movie magic. Whatever it takes. If you edit him out with another actor, at that point, it will be different, because now his face is not there anymore. It's still him doing all the moves, but it's a different actor. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about also don't forget about Terminator, the good Terminator one that they did. Well, I shouldn't say it was good, but it was okay. I enjoyed it actually. The Terminator Genesis one, the one before Dark Fate. I enjoyed the Genesis one. I thought Genesis was actually good. I don't think it was better than the other ones, like 1, 2, and 3. I thought 3 was better, but I thought Genesis was good. And Genesis they did the CGI of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like they took a bodybuilder or whatever, and they CGI'd Arnold's face from T1 on there, so he looked like the Arnold from years ago when they did T1. So they can CGI people's faces on other people's bodies in movies. They can, and nobody has brought this up on any YouTube videos like that I have seen. No one ever brings this up. I always post it like, why can't they just CGI him out? Why can't they just CGI his face out with someone else's face? It's not that hard, because apparently it can't be that hard because they've done it. I've seen films where they do it. So I know for a fact they can do it. Well, no, that's not true, because Ezra Miller is under contract with them. They can do whatever they want. They can take his face out all they want. They have him under contract. They can do whatever the hell they want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's what I say about that. I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to see this film because of him. And again, it sucks because, like I said in the last time I made a video about this whole thing. My interest for this film was Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's Batman. I didn't give two shits about Ezra Miller as Flash. I have no disrespect to the Flash character, because I know a lot of people like the Flash character. But to me, it was about Batman. It was Michael Keaton. That's what I want to see. I wanted to see him as Batman again. You know what I'm saying? A lot of nostalgia there. And, he's my favorite live-action Batman out of them all. I preferred him over Christian Bale. I prefer him over Robert Pattin's. I prefer over, all Ben Affleck's. I prefer him over all of them. I liked the portrayal of his Batman the best over them all. Not that none of these other guys did great. Didn't do great with them, because I thought they did great. I said in my review of the new Batman film, I said I thought they all were unique in their own way, because they did their own character. But I always enjoyed Batman. I always enjoyed Michael Keaton's performance the best as Batman, because I thought that was the best portrayal of it. I like the more superheroic portrayal of Batman. The best out of them all. But I thought they were all good in their own ways. They did their own version of it, you know, um, which is very hard to do when you're taking over a character that's beloved like that. It's going to be very, very hard when someone takes over Wolverine, with Hugh Jackman's character. That's going to be very, very hard to do. I mean, they're going to have to do their own thing because there's no way you can, do, and I'm sure they're going to do that anyways, but there's no way you're going to be able to do what Hugh Jackman did as Wolverine. And that's one of the things that you're going to lead to when someone's been that character for so long. It's very hard to take that stuff over. But that's another subject. But with Ezra Miller, I think they need a lot of help, but I don't think it's enough help for him, one, to be rewarded for being in a big film like this, because and two, I personally don't think the film should be released. I understand the crew will be upset, and they did all this hard work, but how can a family member justify taking their kid to see a guy that literally has allegations for grooming? I just, I can't, it's just insane, that's going to be a big issue, and that's going to be a big issue for this whole discussion for how Warner Brothers approaches it. I think he's not. I don't think he'll ever be Flash again. But the fact that they're considering this whole redemption whole thing doesn't feel comfortable with me. Because it's basically rewarding bad behavior. I mean, he's or they, just because they're a they doesn't mean that he should get special privilege. He should get special privilege for this bad behavior that he has caused, and that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this guy is causing bad behavior, and he's a celebrity, and he's and because of that, they're trying to not punish him or try to salvage something, and I don't agree with that. I don't agree with this. If this was especially with what Warner Brothers did to Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp got fired for bullshit allegations that weren't true, and obviously it was just proven in a court of law in Virginia. He got fired immediately from Warner Brothers, and wasn't able to do his film. I forget what the name was, the Harry Potter movie spinoff or whatever the hell it was called. I don't care. I don't like Harry Potter franchise, but he was supposed to be in it. That's the point. And obviously it was supposed to be a big budget film. So, he lost work for that. This dude, and yeah, some people are like, well, they already filmed it. They didn't film that film. But still, it's the principle, guys. It's the damn principle. All right? They fired an actor with allegations, no chance to defend himself, no chance to do anything. They just fired him. That's the end of it. They still haven't fired Amber Heard for her bullshit, and she was found guilty in a court of law. Remember how they, forced Johnny Depp to leave the movies and fire him from Warner Brothers after he lost the UK one, which wasn't even against Amber Heard, by the way. Remember they did that, and they fired him immediately. But oh no, when it comes to Amber Heard went to Virginia court, lost to Johnny Depp in the defamation case. Where's Amber Heard being fired? Of course not. And then I see this, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to salvage this. and reward him for bad behavior. Even though, in the same token, they didn't do that for Johnny Depp. I don't like that bullshit. I don't like the hypocrisy where it's like, oh, if you're a certain way now, even if you cause bad behavior, and I don't care what you guys do in your life. What you guys do is your business. That's completely fine. You have the freedom to do what you want. I don't care what your sexuality is. I do not care. That's your business. You can do whatever you want in that. Okay? That's the freedoms we are given. But when it with freedom, it also comes responsibility of, if you commit a crime, you're not above the law. Former president, current president, yeah, even that, all of them, you go back to Nixon, he wasn't above the law. He was forced to resign because of it. Point being, if our goddamn presidents are not above the law, okay, then this dude should not be above the law either. Okay? It's plain simple. Plain simple, guys. It's not goddamn rocket science. Okay? If our presidents are not above the law, Ezra Miller is not goddamn above the fucking law. Okay? And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, guys. This is going long enough. I'm out of here. I don't know if I'm gonna see this. I really don't want to see it, but I want to see it for Michael Keaton Batman, but I don't know if I can just go see this with this clown still in the movie. Especially if Warner Brothers is gonna continue to try to redeem him or whatever. Anyways, I'm out. Comment, rate. If you like this video, my videos, please subscribe. And that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace.